Hello, my dear friends of the Feng Shui and all of what has to do with it. And my question is today, if you feel ma or just okay in your home, how about changing that to being proud of your home, feeling nourished and supported, creating the space you really want in life? So hi, I'm Sandra. I have been teaching and consulting Feng Shui now for almost 20 years, first in Germany and now here in beautiful New Zealand. And in this series, Change Your Space with Feng Shui, you can discover how some of the most basic principles of Feng Shui can already make a huge difference in you feeling at home in your home. Would you like to know that? Well, we've got a little bit of different today. I'm trying some new technology for you. So let's see how this goes. And in the past episodes, we already talked about some basic principles like what is Feng Shui, Qi, Yin and Yang, the 5 elements and other basic concepts like different schools, long-term versus short-term Feng Shui. And today, in this episode, we will have a closer look at the basic concepts of what are those trigrams, hexagrams, what is the I Ching, and what is the origin of the Bagua. So I hope you are interested in that. And this is what we're going to do today. So if you remember in the time when we talked about the yin and yang and here we go, the yin and yang, we talked about also the Wuji and the Taiji, do you remember? So how the trigrams and how actually the Bagua evolved had to do with the Wuji, which is the origin of everything. And within the Wuji, do you remember? That's where the Taiji is. So the Taiji is that symbol. Do you remember that? And let's see if this works the way I want it to be. That is the Taiji. And that is the yin and the yang. Do you remember that? So now the question is, how do we deal with that? How does this reflect on the world and on everything that we're doing with the Feng Shui? So what you need to know on top of that is, of course, how do we read the yin and the yang? So we in the chapter about yin and yang, I already told you what yin and yang is all about. So in the Feng Shui and in the Chinese metaphysics, so this one resembles a yang line, okay? And this one, yeah, come on, good. That's not what I wanted, hang on. This one resembles a yin line. So the left one is a yang and the right one is the yin line. So this is how we see, you can also say 0 and 1. It's more or less 0 and 1, same, okay? So from this one, we're gonna go, this goes into 2 different directions each, okay? So if you say there is a yin and there is a yang, then you can combine those two in 4 different ways, correct or not? Correct? Good. Okay. So you can have the so-called Tai Yang, which are 2 yang lines. Then we're having the Shao Yin, which is a yin line on top of a yang line. We're having the Shao, the small yang, which is a yang line on top of 2 yin lines. And when we're having the Tai Yin, the big yin is obviously 2 yin lines on top of each other. So this also resembles already the 4 directions, that 4 cardinal directions, so south, north, west, and east, and also the seasons, winter, autumn, spring, and summer. So we have already, with just 2 lines, we have already the possibility to have 4 different symbols with that. And that's what we're having. The Tai Yang, the big yang, the small yin, the Shao Yang, which is the small yang, and the Tai Yin. So, and from this now, we can, of course, add a 3rd one. So we can go, each of those has 2 more like children almost. And this will be the, of course, 3 yang lines, which is the biggest yang, obviously. Then we're having a yin line on top of 2 yang lines, which is, I will tell you soon what that is. This one, we're having some of you already know what that one is. Then we're going into that one. So here we're going 2 on top. And this one. So there are 8 possibilities, correct? Just wait a moment until I've drawn them all. And obviously, here we go with that one. So out of 2 lines with the possibilities of combine them in different ways, we're now having 8 symbols. 8 in Mandarin, ba, symbols, areas, signs, gua, bagua. 8 signs, 8 areas, 8 symbols, 8 directions, all of these things. So 8 directions, of course, cardinal and off cardinal directions. So we're having, just with 2 different lines, a yin and a yang line, and the combination of those, as in 3 of them, we're having 8 different symbols. And these 8 symbols are then, along with on your floor plan, resembling the quality of each of those 8 areas on your floor plan. That's why it's called the Bagua. So this is the origin of the Bagua. This is actually how it came to pass. So each of the 8 areas, because the 9th in the middle, remember, that's the Tai Chi. This is your health and wealth area. But the 8 areas around them, they are in the so-called, in some of the schools, resembling a quality, a person, and everything like that. So for instance, the 3 yang lines resemble the father, resemble the oldest man in the house, resemble chief, boss, that position, that male quality, that yang quality. So I would like you to really refer to this as yin and yang more than male and female, but that's just how we do. So of course, the one to the furthest to the right is the highest yin. So that is the mother, the oldest woman in the house, and earth, healing, and all of these qualities that come with those 8 symbols. And this is where we're diving really deep into that in the alignment Feng Shui segment of my Space Creatorverse, for instance. We're really looking into those qualities of the 8 areas. And you will then understand much more why the modernized Feng Shui with the Bagua, where this originally comes from. So you then understand the underlying principles of that. And that's what I want you to learn, not just look into a book and say, oh yeah, okay, that's a Bagua, this is this. I want you to understand why it says this is the love area, this is the money area, and what's really behind it, because the love area is not just about love, it's about the you, it's about how to connect with people in general. So once you understand the underlying principle which comes with one of those trigrams, you will understand the quality of that area. And then you will also understand which symbols to use for that. What is important in here? Why is, for instance, my oldest son having such a hard time in sports or injured all the time? You know, seriously, that is what it is about. And that is what those 8 areas, the Bagua, can actually tell you. So it's not just placing something green in the, hang on, I don't want to make any mistake here, something green in the east. No, that's just not what it, understand the underlying principle, and then you will know what it means for you personal in your home, and why you are using that, and why your greatest mess is in your love corner, for instance. This is what I want you to understand. But for that, you need to understand the underlying principles. And that is what I would love to teach you. And if you want to know more about that, then comment here or message me or ask me. Really, seriously, this is what I want you to do, to refer to this. So generally speaking, with Feng Shui, you will get analytics at hand that makes you see your environment with different eyes, and you can go so much deeper just with those really surface Feng Shui principles. And I want you to be able, with those principles, to create a space that works for you. For you. And if you just want to hang up crystals and wait for your life to change, seriously, good luck. That is something else. It's not Feng Shui. So if you like and hear what you see here, subscribe, comment, like it, share it. Let me know what your thoughts are here. And I would love you to come on a journey with me. And I'm looking forward to the comments and seeing you here on this channel. So in the next video, I'm going to wrap up that topic. I'm going to wrap up what the basics of Feng Shui actually can do for you. And it is a lot already. So if you're following the Qi flow school, just what is the Qi and how does it flow? If you want to know more about alignment Feng Shui with the Bagua, with your personal Gua number, where I had a workshop a few months ago, and it's somewhere here on the channel too, by the way. So it's really interesting. And this is what we're going to dive deeper in my Space Creatorverse. Want to know what it's about? Ask me. Have a fabulous day, and I'm looking forward to your comments on this one. Bye for now.